so you traveled a lot from Belgium to London to Bali to America.
Yeah.
Can you tell your story as a globetrotter?
Whiskey had a lot to do with it. That's all I have to say about that. No, I just I don't know. I started playing music and then started traveling, and just got into it, and that's the life I live now, I guess. There's no other way I can live apart from that. You can't get back to like working in a factory or in an office or something if you've done what I've done.
And why Brussels? Why are you sitting down now in Brussels?
No, Brussels is horrible. I hate the place. I like being unhappy. No, I'm kidding. I like Brussels. I think Brussels is cool. Yeah, it's like rock and roll scene's good. Everyone who's playing, it's like real rock and roll, and all the scenes kind of get together. The rockabilly dudes and the punk rock guys and the heavy metal dudes. Everyone still hangs out.
Yeah.
There's none of this like that music's better than this or that music's better than that or whatever. Everyone's just really cool and everyone's just in it for tunes and getting trashed.
Yeah.
So.
And I will go back sometime in United States or Bali, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I go back to Bali every year, 2 months every year. I just got back 2 days ago or something like that,
Yeah.
And, the States are trying to get there as much as I can. I was in Los Angeles in August making a video.
You to the blues?
To be honest, the first thing that got me into blues was a guitar solo on the Pantera album. The Dimebagger's doing, yeah, It's like it's a new level or something on Vulgar Display, and like there's a solo in it, man. It's got so much this. When I was hearing it, I'm thinking, oh man, this solo is amazing. It's got this like sound I like, but I don't know what it is, yeah. And it was like this blues sound because Dimebag was amazing, like Texas blues kind of shredder kind of dude, yeah. And then I started listening, I heard Jimi Hendrix, and I could hear that same kind of, these notes and this sound and this feeling through that. And then I heard Muddy Waters, and I'm like, oh, it's getting closer. Closer. And then I heard Robert Johnson, I was like, bingo, that's it. That's what it's all about, Robert Johnson is like the tits, when it comes to blues. He's like the man, like, he wasn't the best slide guitar player, he wasn't the best singer, he wasn't the best songwriter or whatever, but he just had it all, and the whole mystery of him and all that just made it amazing, And when I hear it, like if I'm listening to Robert Johnson, like I can listen to it now, and you can hear like it sounds like he's singing in the room next to you, like his feeling goes through like that, And that's all the good music's like that, where you can feel it, Right. That's like nowadays, like with the production of like bands nowadays, it just kills off all of that, Everything's like exact and polished and whatever. It's so perfect. But that's one thing, at the moment garage rock is coming back, the whole sonics and that kind of thing is coming, and is good, man, that's good, because that's just like, gives a fuck if it's feedback in, or, the notes played wrong, or it's a little bit out of key, or it's a tune, like, what's it, Misfits' first album, there's a tune where it's just like, all the guitars and bass are completely out of tune with each other, it sounds fucking awesome, And then,
I get by, I get by, I get by. I get by, I get by, I get by. I get by, I get by, I get by. I get by, ooh baby, I get by.
From the new album.
Yeah, it's from the new album, Dust Rumble.
About this new album?
Yes.
A few words?
Yeah, no, it's good. It's well, I started making this album actually as like a side project. Like I had this band in in London I wanted to do that was kind of like rockabilly kind of roots.
Oh yeah.
I fucking hate that word roots, but any rockabilly, old school kind of thing. And it was with the drummer from the Alabama 3 and the bass player from the Wonder Stuff. And then we recorded in Brussels in my friend's apartment. We just set up a studio in there, and I lived there for like a couple of weeks, and we laid down the drums and. And then I went to Bali with my now record producer, and we did the editing there. And then I came back to Brussels last year and just hung out and recorded everything else, you know, just kind of put it together, and it just came and turned into this thing that we didn't expect, you know. Like it's the longest I've ever taken to record an album. Usually, all of my albums I record in a day. That's my vibe, you know. And usually I meet the drummer the day that I'm recording, or the day before, you know.
That's how we met.
That's it. Exactly. Yeah, you know, you meet the drummer, because the thing is, no offense, the drummer, I'm not gonna, actually fuck it, you get offended.
Take a beer, take easy.
No, with drummers, I find that if you play with it, if you like rehearse a song to record with the drummer, and you rehearse it and rehearse it and rehearse it, they go from just playing the beat and to just going, and it turns into like fucking Jazz Odyssey or some shit. You know? So if they don't know the song, they come in the studio, they just play straight and they're just looking at you, and they're not showing off because they don't know what's going to happen next, you know. And that's why I like it like that. Fucking drummers.
Guilty.
You're alright, you play guitar as well. You actually do have talent.
I'm not only a drummer, I'm also a musician.
You're also a musician.
To the people who are going to discover you tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was so cool.
Yeah,